What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be playing around with Airships Conquer the Skies, but this is actually not Airships Conquer the Skies. This is Airships Heroes and Villains, so the developer is releasing an expansion that kind of adds a bunch of depth to both the overworld map gameplay and also to the ships themselves. A little bit more character, a little bit more specialization. And so I know there were some people that saw this pop up and they were like, wait, isn't this game like super old? Don't you cover new releases? I do. And actually the developer has given me access to this expansion so that you can see it here at the Nerd Castle before you see it anywhere else. What is Airships Conquer the Skies for those that may not have been around when this game came out? Because honestly, this is a very early game in the indie world, so some people might have like aged in before, might have been too young to know about this game. Airships Conquer the Skies is kind of like From the Depths or like games like that. So this is a game that has overworld 4X gameplay where you are managing a kingdom like a sort of steampunk or like a World War I empire. But all conflict in the game is done via airships, and you get to custom design all of these airships. You get to put cannons where you want to put them. You get to put rockets where you want to put them. The game uses a physics system that can lead to like really hilarious results sometimes when like an artillery shell cooks off somebody's ammo battery, blows the back end off of their ship. They fly forwards like a thruster, hit another ship, cut it in half. They both crash into the ground. Everything's catching on fire. Interesting things happen in this game, and it's very visually thrilling. So we're going to play it for about 40 minutes here today, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or pass on. I have a link for you down below in the description. For whatever reason, the music is not playing right now. It was playing just a second ago. The music is turned on, so if it's awkwardly quiet in here, I apologize. For some reason, when you back out of the main game, there's no music on the title menu, so I was playing the game prior to this recording. Music's working fine. It's just when you come back to the menu, it doesn't turn back on for some reason. Anyways, let's get going. We're going to play Conquest mode. We'll go new game right here. I already have all my stuff set up. Your sigil in this game actually does something. So if you do your coat of arms, it actually provides you with benefits. So we're really good at aiming, and I think we're really good at negotiating or something like that based on our crest. I'm going to call it Splatistan. And the first thing that you're going to notice that's different is there's actually like a slot down here on the left where you get to select a hero. This is the new addition to the game. Heroes come in two varieties. They are either captains, which means that they will pilot an individual ship and they will incur bonuses on that ship based on their specialties. They might give it special abilities, so on and so forth. And there are governors. These are people that add an extra layer of management, intrigue, and interesting things happening to your cities on the overworld map gameplay. So there's a little bit of something in this expansion for everybody. If you enjoy the map painting and you enjoy the 4X gameplay, then by all means, play with a lot of governors. If you enjoy the actual tactical combat and real-time RTS airship gameplay, get a lot of captains because they give your ships lots of abilities. This guy, for example, makes it so that I can summon a whole bunch of flying hussars and they just like harass the enemy like little squads of bees, and it's hilarious and it makes me laugh. It's not very good, but it is funny to watch. Let's go ahead and dive on into the game. I think I have all the settings where I want them to be for doing sort of like a display of this game. But if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I have a link for you down below in the description. And then on top of that, you can also take a look down there for my Discord and my Twitch stream. Just in case you wanted to hang out with me live, there's a pretty solid chance that I'll stream this game for a couple of hours just for the hilarity on the day that this video goes live. So make sure you follow, join the Discord, all that kind of stuff. Welcome to the gameplay. This is what the rest of the game is going to kind of look like. We are on a world map right now. It is filled with nations. They are all trying to win the game in civilization format. So you can win science victories. You can win military victories. You can win alliance victories where you basically have the most friends so nobody else on the map can stand up to you. You can win with reputation, which is how people view your empire. You can become so well thought of that people just would never attack you for fear of the consequences. And so, or you can be so evil that people won't attack you for fear of what will happen in retaliation. Your call. On the map, there will be various features. So, for example, we have an organ market inside of our territory. This is a black market that will give us $2,000 for the next biological monster. Did I mention that this is a fantasy universe? There's like dragons, there's like giant cyborg bees, There's all kinds of weird stuff going on in this game, in between all the World War I, diesel punk, steampunk, gas punk, crystal punk, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. You slap punk on the end of any word nowadays, and people just accept it. But the first thing we need to do is we started out with an airship. This is the universe's most fragile airship. Like, I cannot express to you how fragile this airship is. So, airships come in two varieties. Airships Variety 1, they have a suspendium chamber, which is basically this game's unobtainium, don't question it, hand-wavy way to introduce sci-fi and make all of the crafts in this game fly. The other way they stay up in the air is with helium ballasts. This is a helium ballast ship. It's not good when a bullet hits this, and so this is a warship, but it's a warship that probably will not stay in the sky for very long. So we're going to want to decommission this guy, and we're going to want to build a new one about as soon as we possibly can. Effectively, we want to hope that we don't get an early game war because our ship is not very good. These little cities right here, they can be customized, just like in every other kind of, I guess, civilization-style game. You can add buildings that put mods on these that will make them drive more tax revenue, or will make them harder to infiltrate with spies, or it will allow you to build ships faster or get research faster. Speaking of which, we need to do our research. The research tree in this game is enormous. Each one of these categories is going to unlock a bunch of new things that you can put on your airships or give passive bonuses to your city. I will probably start out with optics. I will probably start out with gyroscopes. I will more than likely start out with, let's call it reinforced hulls, metallurgy. We'll probably go after, I'd like to get to Gatling guns because I find them hilarious. So in thinking about the Gatling guns, I'm going to say let's take autarky so that we get more money coming in. And then from there, that'll take us over to machining for Gatling guns and whatnot. I've only played the game for 4 or 5 hours, and it's been probably a good 6 or 7 years since I played this last. So I haven't figured out, like, the meta for what I should be building and what science I should be doing in order to be most effective. We have a diplomatic offer from Thulu. They want to establish a trade treaty. They do seem to be one of our bigger neighbors. We probably want to bully these guys first, would be my guess. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take out these guys and then go around the horn right here so we control this bay. That's what I'd really like to do. That would be like the top tier 4X. Yeah, that would be the top tier 4D chess strategy right there, is the control of this entire bay would just be incredible. So that's probably what I'm going to work on. We can probably take these guys over here, no problem. So I'll probably pick on them first. But we need to kind of like take a look at them and figure out, they don't have any treaties, so that's good. If we're going to declare, we should declare on them early rather than later, because as time goes along, this game tends to, like, sort of emulate World War I. There will be complex alliances that are between everybody. And, like, on my last playthrough, it ended up with a world war. Like, I was allied with, like, a big 5-6 nation coalition. And then another one headed by a paranoid sort of despotic empire was in charge of another, like, 4 or 5 nation alliance across the ocean. It ended in heartbreak and tragedy. I will take the trade treaty, I guess, since I'm not planning on going that way. I accept the offer. That gives us another $4 a month. I'll take it. And that number should go up once our markets get finished off, too. We'll either want to go to Catsworth or we'll want to go to Zur Aben first, I think. I'm going to let my cash pile up, too, but we're going to want to develop our fleet a bit. The game comes with a large docket of pre-built ships. You can also build your own if that's what you want to do. And so, like, let's build our own. Yeah, let's design an airship here, because I think that's going to be one of the main sort of draws of the game. So you probably want to start out with propellers. You can use propellers or you can use sails to get around. It's up to you which one you like better. They both have their benefits and their negatives. We're going to need a corridor with a ladder that kind of runs the spine of this thing so the troops can get around. And then from there, our top speed is 240. Watch these numbers, though, because they're going to adjust with time. We're going to get 2 suspendium chambers in here. That's going to allow us to have a service ceiling of 500 meters. It's pretty high. Don't worry about it. It's going to go down as we add more things. We're going to probably want like an ammo battery right there. We're probably going to want an ammo battery right there. That might be a little bit too much ammo battery, but we'll play around with it. We're also going to need some guns on this Bad Betty. There's just no way to get around it. It's a warship, so let's put some guns on it. I'll put 2 cannons on the front. And then after we put the 2 cannons on the front, I haven't decided what I want to put in right there, but we are going to need a steel supply hatch so that they can load supplies into this thing. It's just like it's a module that you have to have in order for the ship to function. We're going to need a bridge to give orders, so there's the bridge. The bridge also needs a way to get up to the next level, I guess, so we'll put it right here. There we go. And then from there, we need crew quarters. We're also going to need some coal storage so that we can feed these suspendium tanks. So there's our coal storage. And in fact, coal storage is kind of in a weird... We don't really want it to be on the back, though, either. Because if this gets shot, it tends to catch fire. Tends to be a problem. I'll probably put some grenadiers right there in case the enemy tries to crowd up on us. They'll throw hand grenades out of the ship at the enemy, which can actually be pretty dope if the enemy's got like a hydrogen tank or something keeping them aloft. We'll get that right there, and our ship is fully functional right now. We need a little bit more crew in order to make the whole thing function. So there's a little bit more crew just to make sure that that works. And then I think we kind of just need to like smooth this guy out. Let me make him a little bit more decorative. Might not be a bad idea to have a fire point either so that I can put out fires. All right, let me round this thing out now with decorations. Well, we rounded it out a little bit. I don't think this ship is going to be an absolute brawler, but it might be okay. It's a functional little combat ship, and it's not relying on hydrogen to keep us up in the air. So I'm going to go ahead and build it, and we're just going to make do with what we've got. I haven't quite, mastered the fine art of building ships yet, but I'll get there. Don't you worry. We have a common cause against pirates. Emissaries from Owls suggest a joint operation against the pirates that are near Hounding. Working together, you could eliminate the threat, or you could betray them to the pirates. Where is Owls? They're to the south of me. I wanted to make friends with these guys, so we will work together. Your agents attempt to track down the pirates, but you have been betrayed by Owls. The whole thing was a ruse. So now we have grievances against Owls, and we lost a little bit of reputation for having been hoodwinked. But one of the benefits is a captain has apparently become incredibly angry about all kinds of things. You and me both, brother. You and me both. So this guy right here, as events happen in the game world, it will trigger certain people to be attracted to your kingdom. So certain captains and certain governors will not show up until certain good or bad things befall you. So, this guy is a super pissed off captain that's mad at Owls that they betrayed us. And so he's offered his services to our empire. I will think about hiring him, I think. So if we lose, we gain rage. If his rage gets too high, he quits. But he's got higher fire rate than everybody else. He's got, a taunt. He's got improvised munitions. He's got, a last stand. Okay, yeah, I'll hire him. Welcome to the squad, man. Good to have you. I could use some more captains. Attracted by the construction of your market, Augustus Crane is now available for hiring. And this guy is a governor for hire. Gives us higher city income. Yeah, for sure. I'll take that. Let's go to Splatistan, and we will assign our governor. There he is. And then we also need to get on... Where's our other ship at? The Tentacle. It has now... It's a little lumpy compared to our other ship, but I'll take it. We're going to assign this guy right here. There we go. And now we have 2 ships that are ready. We have a diplomatic offer from Owls. A trade treaty. Listen, you just screwed me over, man. I'm going to take it just because I want your money, but if you screw me over again, I'm going to be a little bit cranky. You know the old saying, fool me once, shame on you. fool me twice, you ain't gonna go fool me again. You know, like, I don't remember the exact quote, but it's close enough. We have a trade treaty with Catsworth. I will take the trade treaty with Catsworth. Northwestix also wants to trade with us. We must have a very strong economy right now because people are lining up. Zur-Aben is going to have problems. Where are their fleets at? Also, are they allied with anyone? They have one fleet right there. I'm going to send a spy to start infiltrating Zur-Aben. What's going to happen is the spy is going to develop a spy network. And the more developed the spy network is, the more I'll be able to find out about our neighbor, because I think these guys are an easy pick for our first acquisition. For now, let's just wait and see what happens. I've let the game run for a little bit, and I think we have enough money for another craft. And so I would like to build a couple. With the cash that we have on hand... Oh, this guy's been auto-saved? The tentacle, huh? I was actually thinking we pick up something like the creosote right here. Like something that's just like a little bit of a harassment ship to draw fire and just act crazy on the battlefield. I like the idea of like a little tiny ship. There's also this little gunboat right here. He's got all rifles and he's got no big guns, so this is like meant to kill the enemy's crew. Or we can get the unmatched over here. Let's do the creosote. We'll get a couple of these little guys. Go ahead and build 2 of them for me. A new age has begun, the age of decadence. Some call it great moral decline, others call it an opportunity to have some fun. We can build pleasure palaces. Cool. We can spy on other empires to damage their reputation. Our research, I think, has stayed mostly the same, but enough moral outrage will ultimately end this age. Wow, Alza's conquering everybody. Yikes. Okay, well, we can't trade treaty anymore. I need, with this spy network, I need this to get up to level 30 so that I can scout this guy's fleets and figure out what he has. I'm not too scared of his fleet, but he does have, like, a bunker over there, I guess. It's just a bunker and 1 airship. I may declare on him, dude. Does he have anything that I want? And also, does he have, like, a treaty with anybody? He's at war with Westix. I think I'm going to declare on him. Yep, we'll declare on him. All right, we have declared on him. Are all of my ships done, is my next question. Because I believe it is time for our fleet to invade. I got to wait for my supplies to be full, though. All right, so where is this guy going? He's coming over to here? No, he's not. Battle against Zur-Aben for powerful and glorious Splatistan. All right, so here is the battle. Wow, that's a big-ass ship. Oh, boy. All right, that's a little scary. Don't like that very much. But I do have a tower behind me, so maybe I'll fight from the tower. This guy's service height is kind of not that great. We'll go ahead and put our craft right here. And we want these little cheap ships out in front to soak bullets, because I can easily replace them. And then we kind of want our cannonades up high, so that we have, like, a lot of visibility here. The combat resolution will be a defeat, according to the game. Somehow I feel like that's very unlikely. Let's go ahead and start it off. All right. So as you can see, the cannons are being fired, and the enemy is pulling up on us. You guys go ahead and move backwards a little bit. I need everybody to focus your fire on that craft right there. You, sir, are going to move forward into grenade range. Continue. Get to, like, right there and start grenading. There go the grenades. You can see them being thrown. This guy has no target, so let's try to get him into a firing arc. Do you have a target? You kind of move back over to there, too. There you go. I need, like, all guns on deck here. Oop, that was not what I wanted to do. That was an accident. We'll go right there. Just crowd this guy a little bit. There goes the front of his airship. Let's go ahead and pull upwards. If we can defeat him based on service ceiling, that's what I would prefer to do. Oh, wow. He's being wispy. He does not want any more of the grenades. Oh, he's calling in hussars. Okay, I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to call in my hussars. And then you, sir, go ahead and... Your ammunition's fine. Go ahead and last stand this guy, I suppose, if you can. Get in there for grenade range. This fight is mostly going to hinge on whether or not I can keep this guy in grenade range, and I think I can fly higher than he does. Oh, and there he goes. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Don't get drugged down by him. Don't get drugged down. You're going to be okay. Oh, they're still throwing grenades from up there. Well, look at you guys being all good at your job. Where are my hussars? I believe the craft has been laid low, which leaves us with really just these hussars to deal with. So let's go ahead and move the entire flotilla. We will move back to here. Yes, that is a ramming button that you just saw. You can actively ram the enemy if that's what pleases you. Got little airships flying around all over the place. Now, these guys are out of ammo, unfortunately. So I don't think they're going to be too much more help here unless we use them as, like, fire ships. These guys are still firing. You guys are still good on ammunition. You go ahead and pull on in here and start throwing grenades at them. Rain down hell on them. And then you guys just kind of, like, get out of the way, I guess. Well done, boys. If I can get my other large ship to come in. And just sort of increase your accuracy by being right up on this guy's booty cheeks. You are indeed running low on ammo. Here, let me improvise you some more. I love that captain ability. Improvise ammo is so good, dude, because I find that like a huge majority of my fights are dictated by who manages their ammo best. Not by who shoots the best or whatever. There's our hussars right there with their little tiny airships. Hey, there it is. We destroyed the Wendigo, and everything survived. Our first victory. The good news is that was a very expensive loss for the enemy. Let's take our fleet, and we will return back home. And then if we... Hey, our optics research is done too. We are going to resupply over here. And once we've resupplied, we will attack, because they don't have any fleets left. So this is basically ours to take. Does everybody need to be repaired? Is anybody beat up? Is everybody okay? Everybody's all right. Let's go ahead, and with my spies, I think they just had the one bunker, right? Okay, let's attack. We're going to conquer our neighbor. Doop, 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 doop. We will start our battle over here. And ere the call is answered to storm the barricades, our leaders march with fuses and we with hand grenades. We throw them from the glass, see about the enemy's ears. With a towel round, 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 round for the airship grenadiers. Grenades are nasty in this game, by the way, if you didn't know. You also get bomb bays. You will get miniguns. You will get rockets, so you get single-shot dumbfire rockets that you could put on your boats, and like if you get hit by a rocket, it basically one-shots the front of your ship off, but you get one of them, and they're like super inaccurate, and they can kind of be like, squee, and fly off in random directions. Like there's so many humorous things you can do in this game, and if you don't like airships, you don't have to make airships. You can make land ships that have like spider legs that like walk around and like beat the enemy to death with like pneumatic tentacles. I mean, you can build like a normal tank that's just like a dreadnought that's like the size of a city that just rolls through just like chugga 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 and just runs over things. It's up to you, whatever you like best. There's so much customization that you could do in this game, even before this expansion, and so that's one of those things that like you really have to keep in mind with this title, is just that like the sheer volume of variability and like things you can do with your ships is incredible. We just need to knock this guy out real fast. It doesn't look like he's firing back that heavily. Like I don't even see what guns he has. I think he's got little rifles that are shooting at us, but we're pretty up armored, so I don't think he's really like rifles are really nice against ships like the one we fought last time, where they're like a giant hydrogen balloon, because they have no armor and they blow up very easily. But our ships are all kind of like up-armored a little bit with braced wood, and so the bullets don't really get through. It takes them a lot of shots before their bullets get through to actually hit our crew and hurt us. Go ahead and, yeah, last stand it. I want you to shoot faster. Man, that ability is so good. We're just raining grenades on them right now. Improvise some ammo. Let's go ahead and move the big dog into a better firing arc. I don't even know what guns are on this thing, man. There's some weird fire patterns. I think we've got like it's like a gas sprayer. There's like mustard gas and stuff in this game too, to lean into like the World War I aspect of it. You've got like gas throwers, and you've got like, you can basically gas the enemy like it's 1917, all right? There we go. I think we finally lit off their ammunition battery. There it is. Alas, we cannot target individual parts of this building. I can just kind of target the building as a whole, unfortunately. But once the ammo batteries go up, they tend to surrender, and it looks like we've already blown the fort in half, so... Looks like they also have no way to put out the fires, so the whole thing should burn down as well. That's why I always find it's good to have water tanks on your ship so that they can put out fires. The Vigilant Rampart has surrendered. Oh yeah, did I mention you also get to build the defenses in your territories? I don't know if I brought that up, but like in your territories, I can click on any one of these cities and I can use the same building blocks you use for building an airship to build defenses and towers and things like that too. Like I said, this is one of those games that if you're like a gearhead that likes to fiddle with things, you can very strongly... Oh yeah, we got to decide the method of takeover. So we can go with a gentle takeover. We can go with a brutal takeover. Or we can go with pillaging. I plan on keeping this, so I'm going to do a gentle takeover. So I don't mind if it takes a little while. Are we resupplying? Because I need to take these side areas before some other faction slides through and does it too. Your agents have found incriminating documents about Tadlarak, which would damage their reputation if you make them public. Who's Tamarak? Is it somebody that I need like a Casus Belli on to like go to war with them? Ooh, Al's got hit back. Okay, so Thulu's making moves. They backcapped him while they were fighting their neighbor. Ooh, that's devious. The map's getting a little messy right now. Oh, Tadlarak is way down there to the south. They're just like a little kingdom. I'm gonna blackmail them. Attracted by territorial gain, Fidel Zerpak is now available for recruitment. Very nice. So we have a brand new governor who is all about quelling unrest. And these governors, they level up too. I don't know if you noticed this about their cards, but their cards over here, they get XP and they get loyalty for doing various things. And when they hit max on like their experience, they evolve and become like a better version of themselves. And so some pretty fun gameplay to toy around with right there. I don't know if I'm going to hire him right now. But let's go ahead and we should probably hit Bardem. I don't know how badass Bardem is, though. It can't be that badass, right? Oh, nice. They paid us $1,000. Good. See? Blackmail pays. With Zur Aben, what do they have? It's just one. Oh, okay. It looks like it's just one thing again. Let's go ahead and move these guys. He's in a good flight ceiling right now, so we'll go ahead and start it on off. And all of you guys, actually, we're just going to have you drag on in like so. Off, and away we go. Wow, that's a long ballista shot. Oh my god, he hit that. What a god. That dude hit a ballista from so far away. See, this is why I put the targeting bonus on my flag, is because, like, I need that. Grenadiers, get on down here. All right, let's go last stand. I want you firing twice as fast. You guys get in there for maximum accuracy. Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't know. Sometimes... So moving airships in this game can take a little bit of practice. But we definitely don't want to run into that guy's balloon. Your ships can fire through each other, so don't worry about friendly fire getting in the way. But man, we are besieging the hell out of this place right now. Get wrecked, nerd. Enjoy these grenades right here, dude. I got these pineapples for you. Feel it. Just bomb them out with those RGOs, dude. Oh, the ammo battery. It's about to go up. I saw it. If you see little sparks coming off like that right there off any part of a building, it means they're about to go up in flames. We are now victorious, and we will do yet another gentle takeover. I'm trying to, like, expand my territory right now so that I can focus on capturing this entire bay. I really like that idea. Because if you can capture this entire bay, if you think about it tactically, just like in the real world, so long as you control this bay with air superiority and with also naval superiority, the enemy can't really do anything to you along the southern bank. Like, even if they conquer your territory, you can fire artillery from this bank non-stop. You can harass non-stop. They have to overland supply. They can't use the ocean to get in there, which means that if you have a flanking force, you can kind of come around and push to cut off that supply line and recapture your territory. This would be a really good piece of land to hold in my observation. Like, very, very good. Commander Bertelli is now available. He has a slower crew, but he is not flammable. That's his special ability, is that he is super not flammable. Are you guys, like, leveling up? They are. They are leveling up. Good. With these little guys right here, I kind of want to refit them to have a large ammo battery. I sort of feel as though... Let's see. Diplomatic offer from Thulu. They want a defensive pact and a research treaty. One thing I like about this expansion is that all of your officers have so many different things that they want, and they level up from, and they level down from, and they quit over, that whenever you get like a new activity that the game spits to you, like a randomized event, it tells you down here a synopsis of how that will affect all of your officers and governors, whether they'll gain experience, whether they'll lose mood and morale. It basically just does all the labor for you so that you don't have to memorize it. Love that. Fantastic quality of life. Could not speak more highly of it. So Thulu. Oh, Thulu's getting a little nervous right now. I can tell what's happening here. Thulu's like, they just wiped out our northern neighbor. We should probably make nice. It's okay, Thulu. I'm not after you. I'm after the bay. So, like, I think this is a good idea. I'm going to take the automatic result right there for Walton, and we'll go gentle takeover. Did we do the thing with Thulu? Because we had a lot of overlaying things. We have peace. We have a trade treaty. Oh, I think they retracted it. We had too many menus that were overlaying each other. Send a diplomat. Let's make them an offer, I guess. A defensive pact right now only costs -4. I can give them 600 bucks. We're floating in cash right now. They will not accept this offer. Oh, what about a research treaty? You want to do that? All right, cool. Yeah, now we've got a buffer state in between us and all these southern powers, so that's good. That protects the thinnest part and most easily isolated chunk of our empire, which is this right here. If you could choke that, you could take it. That puts a buffer state in there, so I like that. I think that works out fine for me. Gentle takeovers are almost done. Moral outrage has reached... This is randomized, by the way. The ages that you go through, it's randomized. Sometimes you go through like a super religious age. Sometimes you go through like an age of piracy, which is sort of like tongue-in-cheek mocking sort of the 1600s and whatnot. So pirates are popping up all over the place. Just kind of depends. I'm pretty happy with our acquisitions right now. The border region between Blackspire and Exica has valuable resources. There is an escalating dispute with Catsworth about the exact border in between your towns. I mean, the border seems fairly well defined to me. I mean, I want to go to war with Catsworth anyways, so I don't really care if we go to war with them. I'm going to claim the territory. We also have an ally, which makes it much less more likely that they're going to declare on us too. So we can kind of get away with being bastards. Let's see here. Cadsworth conceded the disputed border territory between Blackspire and Exica. Blackspire's income has been increased by 50%. I was going to say, like, what are they actually going to do? You know what I mean? Like, we have a pretty powerful alliance going right here, just like our two nations. I think Northwestix is really, like, the only other faction that's kind of looking like... And do they have any allies? No, they don't really have any defensive pacts or anything else, so we can kind of bully right now. And I was trying to give them grievances so that maybe they would declare on me. Over here, they have suspendium caves, too, which means that if I manufacture my ships in this area, it'll be much cheaper due to the fact that we have access to suspendium crystals. So, good acquisition. But yeah, this is Airships, Heroes and Villains. I like it a lot. I think this game is really cool. I will be streaming this game on the day that the video goes live. I would love for you to join me. But up until then, it's time for me to go. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day, so you don't have to. This game may not be too much of a looker, but this is a game that basically has infinite replay value if you enjoy tinkering. I can't recommend it enough. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out, and take care, everybody.